Chapter 5 Thumbelina. Aunt Jenny had no child. She wished for a child wholeheartedly. Soon there came a fairy. She gave Aunt Jenny a seed to put it into a flower pot. "Thank you," said Aunt Jenny, and planted it in a pot. She watered it daily and kept it in the sunlight. Soon it had a beautiful tulip flower but tightly closed petals. Aunt Jenny kissed it and the flower opened. Within the flower sat a very delicate little maiden. She was scarcely high as half of thumb. So Aunt Jenny gave her name as Thumbelina. Aunt Jenny prepared sweet dishes in tiny vessels and a bed of blue violet leaves for Thumbelina. The days went on happily in Aunt Jenny's house. One day, while Thumbelina was slept, an ugly toad crept through the window and took away the little Thumbelina. The toad placed her on water lily leaf and thought to marry her. Soon Thumbelina awoke and wept loudly. A fatty fish who swam across saw the maiden. She took no time to understand the matter. She cut the leaf stem and let the little maiden float along the current. Soon a beetle saw her and captured her for its own marriage. Somehow she could manage to escape herself and run away. She wandered on the cold meadows. She took pollens as her food and dew as drinks. A little away she saw a cottage. Thumbelina decided to take shelter there. There lived a mouse who welcomed her warmly. Mouse and Thumbelina were quite happy with each other. After a few days, Thumbelina heard Mouse wishing to marry her. Thumbelina now decided to run away from him, but she was well captured there. There was no escape. How could she be free from there? She wondered. Just then she saw a wounded bird. Thumbelina nursed the bird and gave food. They became closer, and later Thumbelina shared her story. Being kind, the bird grabbed Thumbelina and carried over hills, meadows, plains, and they reached a flower valley. The place was full of flowers. The bird gently placed her on a beautiful flower land where she met the king of flower fairies. The king married Thumbelina and made her the queen of flowers fairies. They lived happily ever after.